Kantara Chapter 1, the prequel to Kantara, is out in theatres. The original was made on a budget of just 16 crores, while this one is at 125 crores. Much bigger in scale. But are the makers able to handle this scale without compromising on the plot and the emotion? Well, let's go ahead and find out. In Kantara Chapter 1, we see the history behind the mythological traditions and the ancestral conflicts which are introduced in the first film. I'm not going to say a lot more about the plot of this film, so let's dive right into what's good and what's bad. Starting off, I feel the movie has some great cinematography by Arvind S. Kashyap. To add to this, the film has some very good VFX too, which is so unlikely to see even in big budget movies these days. Next, the film has an incredible background score by Ajanish Lokant. What I really liked is that with the increased budget, the makers focused more on putting all that money back into the movie and increasing its scale versus spending it on big stars. And this shows. The folklore that came alive in the 16 crore 2022 movie is taken to another level in this one. Now, something that really stands out in this movie is the acting. Everyone fits their part perfectly, from the secondary actors to the main lead. And starting off with Gulshan Devaya as the antagonist, I think he's just great in his portrayal and adds a certain flair to the character. Rukmini Vasant is very good in her role as well. She plays her part with such confidence and seems like a natural fit. And lastly, Rishabh Shetty. The man has been donning many hats for this one: director, producer, main lead, and oftentimes with so many responsibilities, one might get overburdened or start slacking in one of the departments. But Shetty as an actor is phenomenal. He gives a power-packed performance and his emotional range in this is wild. His is by far the best performance by an Indian actor in 2025. I would say as a director as well, he's done a good job for the most part, but does get a little overindulgent in certain sequences, which lead to the film feeling slow in many parts. And with that, let's go on and move ahead to the bad. What mainly didn't work for me was the screenplay in some parts. The movie starts off very strong and the first hour is solid. The antagonist is introduced and built up, but then the film wavers and the antagonist who's been built up so much just disappears, only to come back later in the second half. There are also a number of sequences in the first and second half where the makers, in the attempt to showcase next level action and next level VFX, stretch out these sequences too much without adding any narrative in these that are driving them forward. And all of this does create periods of lull. However, having said all of that, the last 15 minutes of the climax are solid and a cinematic spectacle. So on the whole, when you walk out of the movie, you still feel positive about it. Alright then, I think this movie was a good prequel and got a number of things right. A tighter screenplay and direction would have taken this to another level. But despite that, it's still a decent watch. And on the B&B meter, I'm giving this film a 7 on 10. Watched it already? Then go ahead and let me know what you thought by dropping in a comment. And hey, you know what to do. Go ahead and like and share the video. And before you head out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.